स्टुडंट्स, पुन्हा एकदा तुमचं स्वागत करते आपल्या राइज अप ट्युटर चॅनलमध्ये. मी SSTचा 9th स्टँडर्डचा इंग्लिश मिडियमचा पहिला जो व्हिडिओ शेअर केलेला आहे तुमच्याजवळ जे सोर्सेस ऑफ हिस्ट्री आहे तो. आता सेकंड जो आहे इंडिया इव्हेंट्स आफ्टर 1960 हा शेअर करत आहे. नाव लिसन केअरफुली अँड टिल नाव दोज आर नॉट सबस्क्राईब फॉर माय चॅनल, प्लीज सबस्क्राईब. लेट्स स्टार्ट नाव. India events after 1960. Students, India got independence in 1947 and India accepted the constitutional framework in 1950 and became sovereign democratic nation. Then in India there are different castes, religions and different or multiple language together. After independence, India needed to solve different issues like political, social, economical development. So from that year means after independence started to held elections and faith in democratic traditions, and it made possible to achieve stability, political stability. Then in decade of 1960, several events started to occur which had huge impact on political situations in India. So 1960s, after that, in decade of 1960s, many other impact occurred in our India. The region of Goa, Diu, Daman are freed from Portuguese rule and became parts of Indian Federation. And that time India and China their war their war held in 1962, and this war was fought in the region of McMahon Line. Okay, and after India became independent, first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru led the country, and he had architect of India's foreign policy. He contributed to social and economic development of India, which was very significant. When Jawaharlal Nehru passed away in 1964, so then led the prime ministership by Lal Bahadur Shastri. And during his reign, India and Pakistan went to war over the Kashmir issue in 1965. Then that time Soviet Union tried to mediate between two countries, and Lal Bahadur Shastri gave the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, which was highlighted the importance of Indian soldiers and Indian farmers. Lal Bahadur Shastri passed away in 1966 at Tashkent. Then became the Prime Minister of India was Indira Gandhi in 1966. During her reign, Pakistan's oppressive policies in East Pakistan resulted in big movement there. This movement led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his organization Mukti Bahini. This crisis in East Pakistan affected India, as well as millions of refugees came to India. Then decade of 1970s, what happened? The 1971 war, India and Pakistan led creation of an independent country called Bangladesh. Then that time India's policy to use atomic energy for peaceful purpose, and India successfully carried out an underground test of atomic device at Pokhran in Rajasthan in 1974. Then 1975, people of Sikhs voted joining the Indian Republic, and Sikkim became the full-fledged state in Indian Federation. But during this decade, the political situation in India grew unstable. The Allahabad High Court gave the verdict in 1974 that Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister, had misused the government machinery during her election campaign. So during this period, the situation became more complicated, and the movement led by Jay Prakash Narayan. Government declared a state of national emergency on basis of constitutional provisions related to emergency. That period, fundamental rights of Indian citizens were suspended, and due to emergency, the Indian administration became disciplined. Period of national emergency lasted from 1975 to 1977. On backdrop of emergency, many opposition parties came together and formed a party which was called Janata Party. Then the Congress party led by Indira Gandhi was defeated by newly formed Janata Party. Okay, so that after that Morarji Desai became Prime Minister. Under the his leadership, the Janata Party government couldn't last long due to internal difference. Then Charan Singh accepted. Charan Singh succeeded him, but even his government was short-lived. Then election once again held in 1980, and Congress party under the leadership of Indira Gandhi again come to. Then Indira Gandhi came under the leadership for India. Now in decade of 1980s, what happened? During this decade, the Indian political system faced many few challenges. The Sikhs in Punjab demanded an independent state of Khalistan and began a movement which went on to become violent and destructive. Pakistan had lent its support to this movement. The Indian army was sent into Golden Temple at Amritsar, holy shrine of the Sikhs, in 1984 to evict the terrorists who had allegedly taken shelter there. One of the Sikh bodyguards in Indira Gandhi's personal security assigned her. During this period, an organization called United Liberation Front of Assam, means ULFA, carried on major movement in northeast India. Right after Indira Gandhi's assassination in 1984, Rajiv Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India, and he tried to make several reforms in the field of Indian economy and that of science and technology. He took lead in solving the issues of Tamil minority in Sri Lanka. He promoted the idea of united Sri Lanka with internal autonomy to the Tamil community, but his efforts to this regard proved to be in vain. He faced a lot of criticism in context of corruption that took place during a defense equipment deal, especially the purchase of long-range cannon from foreign company called Bofors. Political corruption became a crucial issue in general election that followed, and Congress party was defeated. Several political parties formed a coalition called the Janata Dal, and the Vishwanath Pratap Singh became the next Prime Minister of India. Policy for providing reservation for the backward classes is considered to be his most contribution. He couldn't continue the Prime Minister due to internal difference in the party. Then in 1990, Chandrasekhar became the Prime Minister of India. His government was also short-lived. So 1991 election again held. During that time, the terrorist organization in Sri Lanka, which was in 1991 during the election campaign, Liberation Tigers of Tamil LM assassinated Rajiv Gandhi. Towards the end of the decade of 1980s, the unrest in Jammu Kashmir had begun. Terrorist activities there forced the Kashmir Pandits to leave the valley. And this problem grew serious day by day, and today it has taken the form of terrorism. Then the changes after 1991. The year 1991, which was very important in the history as well as India. The Soviet Union disintegrated into several different small countries, and Cold War came to an end. And that time, under the leadership of Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, initiated many changes in Indian economy. And during this period, the Ram Janmabhoomi and Babri Masjid issue at Ayodhya came to forefront. Then 1966 to 1999 elections conducted. No political party got a clear majority in Lok Sabha. This resulted 3 governments in short span of time. This led by Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, H.D. Devagowda and Indra Kumar Gujral were among them. Finally, in 1999, the National Democratic Alliance came to power under flag of Bharatiya Janata Party, and Atal Bihari Vajpayee became the India's Prime Minister. And he tried to establish dialogue with Pakistan, but was not successful. Now, India conducted number of nuclear tests in 1998 and declared herself as atomic power. 1999, there was another war between India and Pakistan in Kargil region over the Kashmir issue. India defeated Pakistan in this war as well. Now then, students, next part we have to see next video.